Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's the Hebrew Life again. I'm Base Jerusalem, and I'm back with another lesson. This is a real touchy situation, touchy lesson that I'm going to talk about today. We're going to call this one, Find Our Girls, and the real reason why rapes and kidnappings continue. If you haven't noticed, if you turn on, we can't turn on the news because the news isn't really, the TVs and the medias aren't really airing this subject. I mean, we all know why. I mean, you can only find this subject mainly on social medias, and I find that very funny. And then within the social medias, not many people are talking about it. And I find that funny because when the thing happened in France, you seen many people who hadn't even knew what France was on the map or even been to France, changing their profile pictures into French flags, pray for France. But now this ordeal happens within our own community, our problem as so-called black people, and we're not handling it properly. Nobody's talking about it. It's a shame that our black children out here, our black women, can't even walk the streets without being snatched and taken advantage of. And all kind of horrible, wicked things happen to them because this system continues to aid the rapers, the pedophiles, and etc. They don't get the time they're supposed to get. And in Hebrew laws, these people are supposed to be stoned. In other countries, a lot of other countries, rapers are castrated. Yes, their genitals, their penis, everything is chopped off because you have taken someone's purity. People don't realize once you lay down and you take somebody's virginity or you kidnap somebody and you do what you want to do with them, do what you please with them, you're taking that person's purity, and that can't be replaced. The only way that can be replaced is that your life is taken, an eye for an eye. We're going to go to Exodus 21 to kick this off within the scriptures. And then I'm going to dive into the world and the systems based on how they deal with child molesters, child pedophiles, and how these people still walk the streets, get lesser times than people who sell drugs and are trying to make a living for their family above all things. And people who are really out here to hurt people and to take advantage of people are getting off freely every day because this system is going to aid to their kind. Birds of a feather flock together. This governmental system, there's many high-ranked people who are pedophiles and molesters and have all these sick inner feelings. And they're going to aid to that because they know one day they can very well be caught for their own same feelings that they have and share. Let's go to Exodus to find out what happens to somebody who kidnaps people and who likes to go against the wills of humanity. Let's see what happens to him. We're going to go to Exodus because everybody in their heart knows that kidnapping a child or kidnapping anybody trying to take advantage of them, you know that's not your child, is wrong. You have different versions of kidnapping. You have people who try to take babies out the hospital. You have people who try to take people's childs as youngsters and try to raise them as their own. Out here in these streets, you see people do it all the time. When a brother got a dog or something, he got a new pit bull, and then this brother sees it and he wants to take it and raise it himself. But no, he wants to take it and steal it. He don't want to buy his own puppy and raise it from birth. He wants to snatch this puppy that's already a couple months old or a year old or something like that and re-raise it and reprogram it. This is what these people are doing today. You only find this with people. People only do this. Men with wicked hearts. Let's go to Exodus 21, people, where they first speak about this. Exodus 21 and 16. And they speak about this trying to take people thing. And this is Exodus 21 verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. He should surely be put to death. But the government said in God they trust on their dollar bill, and they're not doing what the Most High told them to do according to these situations. If a man is caught raping a woman or a man, or a woman is caught raping a man, doing anything, they're supposed to be put to death. To death. They're not supposed to get out in a couple years or a couple months and you send out a memo saying that this person is in the neighborhood. That don't do us no good. The victim is still out here on the streets that has to deal with this, that this person is out walking and could very well want to prey on this person again and take advantage of it. Who's there to stop this person? Because the government let these people out on the streets. They don't have any detectives following these people around. But no, they got money to follow around people who sell drugs. They got money to follow around people who get insurance money so they can knock off their insurance claims that they have and different stupid things. But you don't have nobody in D.C. to watch over these children. You don't have no investigator. You can't find these children. But you can find all of these things. You can find, like D.L. Hughes said, you can find Tom Brady's Super Bowl jersey. You can find all of these things. You can find Aaron Hernandez on a satellite, but you can't find these children being taken on satellite. Stuff like that don't make sense to me. See, the government knows they can find these children, but they're not gonna. It don't benefit them to help us. What it is gonna benefit them to help black people? You've seen the same thing with George Bush and Katrina. They're always late to help black people. They're always late to help the so-called black people because they know we're the chosen people of God. And this is a wake-up call to black people and dark-skinned people all around the world that they don't care. Even in Africa and stuff like that, rapes go on all the time and people don't care. I watch documentaries about rapes in India, how people don't care about women getting raped. Because they have normalized rape. You turn on CSI and all these Law and Order and all these shows, every other episode is about somebody being raped or being kidnapped. They're normalizing it. That letting you know, hey. And then the fact that prostitution is still allowed, you lock brothers up every day, giving them 100 to 30 years for rape. But then in Las Vegas, they got the Cat House Ranch where this Gentile white man can have as many prostitutes as he wants and make money off of them legally. As long as prostitution is legal in this country and everywhere around the world, kidnappings and rapes will continue. It's a big business. You got a lot of sick individuals out there, and they're trying to fill their needs and their wants. And like I said, as long as this prostitution thing is going on, stripping, all of these things where you let women degrade themselves and let men degrade themselves, as long as that's still going on, this kidnapping and rape thing will not stop. Our brother Joseph was kidnapped and sold to Egypt. Kidnapping is probably one of the oldest trades of the world, and that's the prostitution. They can make movies about this. They make millions of dollars off these ideas. You got movies like Taken. Come on, man. Let's go to Deuteronomy 24:7 to continue to elaborate about this rape thing. I'm just upset. I'm sorry if I ran it. I'm just upset that there's over 10 young black women missing, and we're getting no media time. But if Colin Kaepernick got more airtime than this, all of these different things get more airtime than this. But then if you look into history, every time a young white girl or boy comes up missing, history has changed because of it. The first person put on the back of a milk carton was a young white boy. The first time the Amber Alert came out for a missing child, it was because of a young white girl. But we're gonna see what they established after 10 girls come up missing in the D.C. area around probably right around the corner from the White House, because this is how this wickedness goes on. All of these things, they set up all these things when their children are took, but when our children are took, they do nothing. And we're not trying to make this a race thing, but it's clearly a race thing. It's clearly. Let's go to Deuteronomy 24. It's clearly something going on because we don't get no airtime when it comes to things that's positive. It comes to benefiting us. We only get airtime when a 4-year-old has been shot in Chicago, or some young black people has a white young man tied up and kidnapped. They get more. Or if a young girl's getting raped on Facebook. This is the airtime we get. But when 10 girls are missing in D.C., black people refuse to stand up. We're cowards. This is why nobody respects us as a nation. Because I guarantee you, if something happened with a celebrity, they would know. But when it comes, they support everybody except their own. Uncle Tom mind state. Get out type of mind state where you only trying to serve your oppressors. You only trying to make sure master's house is okay and master's children are okay. But for your people, you have no love. And for these men out here who talking like they real, acting like they real, you're not real, man. A real man stands up for his community. A real man stands up for his people and for his family, whether he know him or not. I love my dysfunctional people, and I pray for them. But these cowards out here who turn a blind eye to these subjects around the world, rapes and kidnaps and murders that go because we know the wicked cover the faces of the judges. Sodom's children. And they wonder why we're destroyed as a people. Let's go to Deuteronomy 24 and verse 7 to elaborate more on this rape thing. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die, and thou shalt put away the evil from among you. That thief shall die. No, he shouldn't get out. He shouldn't, none of this stuff. He shouldn't go to rehab. None of this stuff. He shall die. He took somebody and made merchandise, made them a profit to him, made them some type of aid to himself and made them merchandise. He shall die. Whether the person is dead, they found it or not, he's still going to die. And I pray when they catch these people, whoever this group of people or people is who's doing these kidnappings, taking our young black sisters, I pray that they get what they deserve according to the scriptures, and that's death. I'm not saying they should die. The Most High is saying they should die. And me being a child of the Most High, I completely agree. There's no other solution for you taking somebody's purity except that your life be taken and the thought of you be erased out that person's mind forever. America has the most lenient laws when it comes to rapes. Let's go to Genesis 34. We don't play about rape. They raped the Africans. The Canaanites raped our sister Dinah. And Simeon and Levi tore the village up. Only two of them. Tore the village up. In Genesis 34, I'm going to read. I'm going to start at verse. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Yaakov, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, the prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. It said he took her and lay with her and defiled her. Because that ain't how you get somebody's daughter. You're supposed to meet their family. You're supposed to ask, can you take them as well? You're not supposed to take them and lay down with them as soon as you see them. This is what you see people doing today. Which is not, it's not classy at all. It's not of our forefathers. That is Hamite, Gentile ways. We see a woman and you take her immediately. That's what these people do at the clubs and shit. Excuse my language. And his soul cleaved unto Dinah and the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spake kindly. So this is what these brothers do today. You just seen a brother in New Jersey, brought a brother in his house, and it hurt my heart. And this brother basically raped this woman. This woman is 15 years old, and him and her dad and her mom did not give you to her. If she became 18 and you want to take her as wife, cool. If her parents were cool with that, but you taking this young woman as a 15-year-old, speaking kindly to her, as Genesis 13 say, and swaying her, not cool. Not cool. We're going to do a part 2 to this because I haven't even touched the iceberg about this situation that goes on within the world. We're going to come back. Shalom, brothers and sisters.